Boom. Welcome, everybody. We're back and we're streaming again, and boy, do I have some updates. We've done a lot to the base. All right. Let's just kick off with it, right? So this is kind of where we were before. You'll notice there's a couple things missing. And that's because we added a wall around the tower made entirely out of these reactors, and they're all piped in from this interface in here that's constantly keeping them full of dry ice and everything else. So that's pretty cool. Then we built a little industrial building over here. I still really haven't finished this yet, but it's here. You go up. There's a whole bunch of different levels there. We also added an entire island just dedicated to our power infusing, energizing thing, because we will need that later. And they're all nitro level, yada, yada, yada. That's maxed out. We fixed the chest. Chest has a top now. It also still has a door in it. Has a whole bunch more room. All of these are the extended drives. So you can fit a ton of ME item cells in there. Then we also have the functional storage in here as well. They're all maxed out and have void upgrades on them. So those are all chilling. Yo, what's up, Cryptex? How's it going? Dead Soul, how are you? I'm showing off some of the stuff I've done since last time, which the big thing was this wall, and it took a ton of framed blocks to make that look right. Yo, what up, Big Goofy? And then we also have the industrial area. The only thing I've changed is I add some frame blocks to make it like a slope a little more casual. And then we built this. Super happy with this one because I freehanded all of it. Like already I got like 2 hours sleep since Friday. Dude, you got to get some sleep, man. Yeah, weekend was great. We took basically the whole weekend off, hung out with the fam. It was pretty good. But also did a ton of building here. So we got this guy right here, right? Did you? That looks great. Well, thank you. Yeah, I had a good weekend. So I built a little path. It does have a path that goes all the way around the entire island as well. So this thing right here, what we'll do is we're going to put all of our bees in beehives on the path around the island. And then in the center, currently it just looks kind of like a hobbit hole. That's what we're going for. It doesn't actually have anything in here yet, but we're working on it. The plan would be to throw like our SFM controller inside of there. And then I built this tree all DIY as well. Without anything to go off of, just completely built it. Yeah, I'm still thinking about doing the draconic battery up here, but I think I'm going to make this better long term. I think it's just going to serve as a center point for now. That's the plan. Yo, managed to catch a stream again. Watch your VOD, John, while I play my own world. The same thought. Need to make my base pretty. Yeah, for real. Because my base has been so ugly for so long. But now we've got some places where we can move stuff. So I kind of want to start today with the bees. I want to take the bee stuff. I want to move it over there.
Do the Great Deca 3.
Do the Great... I don't even know what that is. But I want to use Alex's bee code that he wrote. And then put the centrifuges on the inside. And then a whole bunch of beehives around on the outside. Yo, what up, early gang? How's it going? How are you? But yeah, that's the plan for today. That's what we have going. So let's do this first. Before we move bees, we should have enough of everything to get the correct centrifuges now. And then if we do that and make it a walkable garden. That's exactly what I'm thinking, Ricky. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I don't know what the Great Deku 3 is. I don't know. I probably missed something there in my childhood. That wouldn't surprise me. Heated centrifuge. These are the ones I want, right? I don't have how to make stone slabs. Hello? Back. The stone
Lex Unam says, Google it. is easier to explain.
Okay. I will at some point. Stone slabs, pattern for that. Should be good now. I'm looking at making the heated centrifuges. These guys. We'll do 10 of them and start it up. It's been great to see the community grow. Does anybody know any good vids on learning SFM? There's a lot of different options out there. I believe the Vooz actually has a dedicated video on just SFM. What I tend to do though is rather than learning it, I just find people who have done exactly what I'm trying to do and copy their code, and then I can usually edit it just enough to make it work the way I want it to. That way I don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. SFM. So I want one of these. No, that one took so long. We got our factory manager, which is probably just going to go right here in the center. And then I'm going to need a crap ton of inventory cables. So I'm just going to actually make patterns for those. And then I don't care about that or that. We'll need programs as a pattern as well. The label gun could be one. I don't think I'm going to need more than one of these, but worth having and not needing. It will take a lot of SFM cable to do what I want to do, though. Is it just me, or is the hotbar cut from the bottom of the stream? It is ever so slightly. I don't know why. That might be better. It definitely wasn't just you. Okay, so at SFM, so I've got the label gun already. Make one of these. We got the manager in the middle. And I've got 25 inventory cables. Hey, John Shadow, what's up, Tortson? Man, I'm doing really good. It's been a very good day so far. And I don't see that changing. I didn't want that there. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn that on. We're going to break this real quick. And then we're going to put inventory cables. Over here. 1, 2, 5. I think I'm gonna go 10 by 2 real quick, and then run all this back. Also, to finally join the Discord, get on my lurking mode. Congrats! Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Chad. Very kind. Don't know if you saw it, but I found a code for the processors for AE2. Really? That's interesting.
Lex Unam says, I don't know if you saw it, but I found a code for the Prixers for AE2.
I don't think I had seen it yet, but what I am going to do is... Let's go ahead and do 20. That way I just don't have to do more later on. Heated. These. Make another 10. In-game example for processors. Really? That's good to know. Just open the manager GUI and click on examples. So that's in here, right? View examples. A2 inscribers. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why only 6 of those finished. Oh, it's making other stuff. Alright, I'll go tell it to hurry along. Maybe. It's a circuit slicer in the other machine, circuit slicer in the crystal assembler. I need to get some time fluid. Ooh, is that all the blaze gold I had? Let's grab some more of that real quick. 1 extra's fine. And then I grab one of those. Actually, looks like it's still fun. That was not the right place to put it. Well, what you gonna do? Throw all that back in there. You only need to add power because it doesn't have it, and then that works fine. Gotcha. All right. Take these, throw them through there. And then I should be able to make some more these guys. Perfect. Stack is all I wanted. And then time crystals. And all I'm going to do is do that. That.
Lex Unam says, I don't know if it's BCS I sleep bad this night. Can you remove the keybind for that guide menu?
Because I sleep. What? Do you any idea which one it is? Because I can't figure out what key. I think it's when I'm hitting C. That one, right? Controls, keybinds, but it's not just C. It's C and Control and C. Cool modules. Maybe this one. I think that was it. The C1 H guide. Oh, is it the H one? Is that what we were talking about? EH. Any idea which one it is? Anyone know the best, fastest way to get max traits on productive bees? I did a video on how to do it. Basically, you're taking a couple of bees and you're leaving them outside. You're going to grab yourself one of the kamikaze bees. And I can't remember what the last one is, but... Oracle Index? Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm still holding the time crystals. Like, why did I go so zoomed? At SFM. 100 of those real quick. So now the only other thing I got to do is connect my actual beehives to those once that comes up. And then start labeling everything. I will need an ME interface. Well, a couple other things. Is my wall made of power reactors? Yes. I know you can make the fancier looking ones. I just don't care that much for something I'm not really going to see. But yes, my entire wall is made of nitro power reactors that are all powered up, working, and are being auto-fed dry ice, redstone, coal, and uraninite. I did the calculation, and it's about, I think, 33 million RF per tick. Somewhere right in that range. And then there's some stuff I need to move to the center because I'm still getting mobs spawning out here, but... Okay. At row, productive bees. And I'm looking at beehives, expansion boxes, and we're going to start with those two and then eventually move on to more. So I kind of want to do these in sections of 2, ever so slightly off of the beaten path. I'm going to break those 2 grass blocks. That way I know where to connect SFM to. Put the expansion box on top. And then I'm going to fly down here real quick. So I know that one now. I'm going to grab some more of those grass blocks so I can replace it. These guys. Perfect. What's the TPS on my world? I have no clue. Oh, yeah, they're all running and working. Yeah. They're all set to auto mode, though. Neo Forge. Perfect 20 across the board. So we're gonna do a couple there.
Lex Unam says, I found a way to get bees. I would capture a second one, make it breed, and squish them until get 5 nomad bees.
Huh. Is that how to get the nomad bees? Is that what you're talking about? I think what I really need to do is SFM cable the bottom right there. And beehives, expansion boxes. And I think this is actually going to be like a more pretty option than what I had done in the past. I think it'll be some cabling underneath, but I feel like as far as like the actual look of the world, it's going to be a ton better. I think I'm just going to do 1 here. And then maybe do 3 at whatever the next spot is. Let's do 3 right here. And then as I need more, I always can add to this. But that should get us a pretty decent start. Was 1 extra we're gonna break. Now, are there like cable limits on this? Like how far I can have these things connect? Or does it all just have to be chunk loaded and then you're good? Because I think that would be the only thing that might come to bite me. Oh, there's no limit? That's what we like to hear. In that case, we're just going to keep this thing wrapping around like that. And then I'm going to get this one. I'm going to go straight this ways with it a little bit. And then cut it over right here. Perfect. All right. Well, that should all be hooked up to SFM now. Now, the extra things we're going to need, I believe, are a chest for storage of some sort. Just be careful linking certain storage with other storage mod. Add functional storage, sophisticated storage costs. That's pretty crazy. It works, but you have to relabel everything. You can even have multiple managers on the same network. That's crazy, dude. I didn't realize that at all. 5,000 block range for the center. That's, wow, that's way more than I need. So many more than I need. But, so we've got centrifuges over there. I think what I'm going to do is get a mechanism power cube of some sort. I need an ME interface. And I don't... We're going to keep most of the stuff over here so it's nice and simple. Wireless connector. I think there should be one that's already not activated on our controller, so we'll just go swap it out. Which block did I miss? I don't know how on earth y'all saw that, but kudos to y'all. That's wow. Jeez. That was impressive. I would not have seen that. Obviously I didn't see it, but dang. Okay, so then that's the one that's going to be connected right there. Cover that back up. I will need to go back down for that. And then I also need to get one of those mechanism power cubes up here too. I started on A2 thanks to your tutorial video, which helped explain the start a lot easier. Thanks for the effort and expertise. Hey, no problem, man. I'm very, very, very glad that it helped in any way. we try our best, and the fact that people find some of them helpful is a win for us. So let's look at mechanism. The advanced energy cube. Sure. Take one of those. You know what? I probably can make the elite one. If I'm making one of them, I might as well make the other one, right? I'll just wait for that to finish. We'll make the elite one. And then I think we just have to connect it up with a plug. Will we get to our point, a flux point? Will we good? Something like that. Chat is not affected by streamer blindness. That's fair. I gotta go speed that up. That's gonna take 8 years. My mechanism machines need to be sped up a little bit. Alright, so that should make the elite one using that one. Should mostly be those 3. Alright, got that. Flux point should help keep it charged. And then we can connect it in as well. You have FE in the system. Can't you use an interface? I'm thinking wrong. I don't know. I don't have FE in my interface yet, but I probably will at some point get it added. Apparently, I'm just throwing plugs on everything. To me, it's all about the same, but I know it's a lot easier if you do transport with your other one. But all I have to do for now is come down from these two and run them across. Okay. Theoretically, all of that should be hooked up now. Again, theoretically. What happens when there is FE in your system? If you can get FE into your ME system, then you can actually transport it using induction cards. What's your favorite wireless systems in ATM? Intergates? I like Flux for power. Intergates are not bad in any way, but I tend to go use Flux for power. And then wireless universal terminal with your ME system all day. Let's see here. I'm going to jump over to resources that could help. Fissile fuel production, productive bees. That's the one. All right, we're going to copy that. Come in here. Edit. Paste. And then done. Then I need this. How do I reset this?
Lex Unam says, John says his setup gives 35 MFE tick. Me setup same size gives 1.69 giga Fe tick. This has nothing productive, but we have energy in the server.
That's funny. Yeah, okay, I forgot about the barrel. I do need to do that as well. Battery, you. Centrifuge, you. Did I get the rest of those done? I did. Well, 3. Okay, that is all we needed left. Perfect. Hives, storage, trash. What's the difference? Oh, storage is this. Trash I'll have in a minute. Let's go hit hives real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How do I get rid of this? I just set something there, right? Bingo. Okay. Those are hives. How essential is trash? I don't think let me in the door, please. Dude. That step up's starting to get to me. I want to try making a power room full of starbunkles and wheels. That'd be hilarious. I would love to see that. And I believe SFM, you can transfer power around as if you were linking a cube or any other type of power. I recommend not using the trash can because it'll void all of the fluid honey. Send it to the interface instead. That makes sense. Okay. So now, push labels. Okay. But I don't have any bees in there yet. Let's do this. We're going to go move bees first. Trash this for liquid. Yeah, I can keep the liquid honey though and actually use it for crafts. I'm going to need cages. Bunch of these. Move you to there. Bee cages. Grab what else we have. I thought those were simulator upgrades. Oh, the gamma ones are. The other ones are not. Okay. Simulator upgrade. Pull one of those out, throw one of those in. Grab these. And then we're going to do the same with these. And I'm just going to take those three. And all of those. Grab them. I don't think I can. It was falling faster than I could go. Feeding slabs. John just has to change the last output to fluid. Got it. Yeah, and that should be easy to do. These. I need 3 of them. So we're actually going to make a pattern for that. Because that's going to be annoying to set up otherwise. There we go. Those 2 in there. For patterns for the same thing, I believe. Start it. 2 feeding slabs.
Lex Unam says, I strongly suggest that you say like 50 centrifuges BCS with 1 million items backlog.
That's true. I'm going to make sure that I don't get behind. If I start getting behind, we will add more centrifuges. But as long as I keep us from getting behind at all, then we should be okay. The problem in the All the Mods 10 world is that we got behind, and we got behind quick. This one will be right here. Perfect. I also do like that a lot of these trees spawned with like natural bees. Find all my cages. A lot of them there. Toss all the rest of the stuff I don't need for now. And then grab all of these. Give me 5 spots on the hotbar. Normal bee. 3, 4, 5. Then there's 2 sets of draconic. Okay, perfect. All nice and organized. We're going to put both sets of draconic here, I think. Upgrade.
Lex Unam says, in the server we got behind BCS, I was not babysitting stuff. BCS people, well, we have a suspect now. Started modifying stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. So those are the alpha ones. The beta gamma ones are the ones I think I actually want, though, because they give you the simulator. Just a little shy on draconic dust there. But we can grab the ones I had in the one before. Four gammas. Those ones. And these ones. I need to dramatically increase my production of draconic dust in order for me to continue moving forward, but for now... Oh, these are the wrong bees. Cages. Did I leave all my bee cages in that last one we made? Probably did, didn't I? Okay. Give me those 2 back. Thank you. Then... Let's go all draconic bees here. Put a dragon egg in on both these. And then simulator. Those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, those should be good to go. And we're gonna find the one solo one out
Lex
here.
Unam says, I'd also suggest get like 5 full hives of regular bees with gamma upgrades, aka no blocks BCS wax.
That's fair. I think first things first, I want to make sure this is working at all. Doesn't seem like it is, but that's because I need to put output there. Oh no, we got power. We're all powered up. It's just not getting anything yet. It says it's running. Let's, we got 11 in there. Speed it up a little bit. Just a touch. 18. It doesn't look like it's pulling out. On the bee zone, you can find a lot of bees. So yeah, that's true. That's true. The bumble zone is crazy for productive bee stuff. The problem, oh, it's because I don't have that middleman storage yet. I forgot that. Give me a second. I want a chest. But I kind of wanted not a normal chest, oak chest. And then oak iron chest. Out of patterns. Perfect. Oak iron chest. Gold. Where's the oak gold chest? Then the oak diamond. And I think that's as far as I'm going to go.
Make a big barrel and add an omega stack upgrade to it so it never fills.
Well, that's fair. I was planning on doing that exact same thing, but with a chest. And then stack upgrades to tier 4. Stack upgrade omega.
Lex Unam says, barrels are better than chests.
Are they? Okay. We're gonna make that into a pattern real quick. Tier 5. That's the one we want. 'Cause, I mean, realistically, if I just throw a tier 5 in there, or 2 tier 5s, I'm fine, right? Like, do I actually need to go for this? That's the wrong one anyways. Pattern encoding. That's tier 3. That's omega. That's the one we want. Because I can make them, to be clear. It doesn't even look like it's going to be that hard. I think the hardest part is I don't have a pattern for blocks yet. Means I have to get a couple extra patterns set up. But I don't think that's going to be hard. This gamma. So what makes the barrels better before I go and put this chest down? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can just have 1 or if I can have 2 in there, but we're going to shoot for 2. Did you guys actually think a barrel is better? I can't do a barrel. I just kind of was thinking about doing chest. 2 tier 5 is better, however it could make a ton of NBT and corrupt stuff.
However, it could make a ton of NBT and corrupt stuff. Oh, if you break it by error, can toward sun it.
Alright, I'm gonna grab SFM. We out of cables? Inventory cables. I should just have to connect 1 there. And then I'm going to throw the chest down. Do I not have it anymore? Did I put the chest away? Just 1. The limit is 2 billion per second. Yo, what's up, Derpy Zombie? How's it going? How are you? Did I... Okay, where did the chest go that I just had? You guys saw that I had a diamond chest, right? And now it's just gone? I don't think so. I mean, I might have. Who knows? Stream's going really good, man. Item collect. There's no item collectors anywhere nearby. I am the only thing with a magnet, and it wasn't even on. Not in the backpack or anything. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Just odd. Oh, I don't really want those there. Give me a second. I want those here. We're gonna add those two in there, and then label gun. This is barrel. That guy. And then come back over here. So this should now be getting combs. And then it pulls the combs over to here, right? Beautiful. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. And I can't help but notice that it works for combs right away. I didn't have to switch anything for comb blocks or anything. If you experience a lot of issues like that, to spark TPS to make sure it's around 20. Yeah, for real. Plan for tonight is we are filling out some of the new builds that we have. Like one of these is just this nature-y island that we're going to do a lot of the bee stuff on. And then we're probably going to also move mystical ag stuff over here as well. But all the bee stuff is now fully automated, theoretically, through SFM. Means I should be able to come here. I don't know if this will be too much for it. But theoretically, if I do that, yeah, it just works. Chest was used SFM cable autocraft. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's exactly what happened. I didn't even think about that. So these, they're all getting draconic combs just incredibly slowly. Because I think it's set to keep them at 4, right? It is working through it though. How much dust are we getting? Some. It's working its way up. Speed upgrades. Remember to change the code to store the fluids. That's right. Because currently those fluids aren't going to go anywhere. So we need to... From fluid, instead of fluid to trash, I want fluid to inventory, right? Is that the... to storage? Okay. Decent, I'm still sorting Bezog. Gets confusing at some point, but we're getting there. Heck yeah, I feel that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So I think that takes care of that, right, Tordson? Should, possibly. Potentially. Bonus gets a reference. I put a ton of
Lex
speed with the bees.
Says,
that makes fair.
I have the code GryanProf. Bonus to whoever gets the reference. I put a ton of speed with the bees.
Okay, so let me make some more of those speed ear upgrades. How many can I make? Not that many. I'm gonna need a lot more Celeste gems if I do, which I can make. But first things first, I'm just gonna grab the speedier upgrades that I have on the one up here. And then all of this can come down. All right, we'll grab those. And I will go back and do Celeste gems in just a second. As long as you have the place to store. Yeah, I do. We're already getting honey back in the system. So that should be easy. So that should help a lot with processing through everything if I can get all of those added. And we definitely have more processing than we have combs right now, which is good. Really, they changed some things in all the mods 10. There's a new alloy for silent gear that makes a completely busted ingot. What is it? Probably go for Celestium and Blaze Gold Bees or all of them. That's Blaze Gold Bee. Blaze Bloom to a Gold Bee. And then that one's actually really easy. I do think we're going to go ahead and do that though. I think we'll do two. I can grab 2 gold bees pretty easily though. Gold bee. Gonna be from the golden nether nest usually. But I got silk touch to get that one. I'm not gonna do that. Gold nether nest. We'll just go find one of those. Do I have anything with silk touch? I don't think I do. Let me grab a pickaxe real quick of some size, sort, form, fashion. Sure. Got everything for it. It'll auto charge. I'm gonna run down here and grab a silk touch enchant for it real quick. Probably the worst way to do this because I'm pretty sure there's literally a module I could put on it. But at this point, really just serving utility. That with this, I don't even have the levels for that. Here, grab me a couple. All right, that one, this one, grab that. We're gonna head to the nether real quick. Question, how long did it take you to learn all the mods, synergies, previous experience, other all the mods, or was it individual mods? I don't know, a bit of both. I had played all the mods 8 and all the mods 9 quite a bit, and so I definitely did have some experience with it, but not necessarily a ton. That's even gonna be possible in here, is it? I don't think I'm gonna get the gold thing, right? What on earth is that? That's sick. So the gold netherrack thing is probably not possible, which means my gold bee I may actually have to breed. That's fair. A lot of the stuff that I probably should have learned, I have learned while streaming because chat is incredibly informative. Gotta give credit where credit's due. You can make the gold ore laser
Torrid Sun
lens
says,
of the miner.
you can
Okay.
make the gold ore with an actually added ions laser with the lens of the miner.
Is that the way we would recommend doing it? Because it doesn't look like it's happening that way. And those bees are going to be a pain to try to breed. Gold nest. Oh, it's any of the gold ores. I could just literally grab some gold ore chunks, theoretically. Or gold ore out of here. Literally just that. We're fine. Then I just need a diamond sword. Put that there, make sure it's the right diamond sword, and we got another gold nest. Head back to the nether, grab some gold, we're good to go. I appreciate it. I don't know if it's in all the ones to the sky, but you can look at metal cache, you can see an ingot in there. Gotcha, okay. I'll have to take a look at it. I was unaware they were still making game-changing updates to all the mods 10. Pretty wild, though. I don't have a cage. Sturdy bee cage. Let me grab these guys as well. How many gold bees did I say I was getting? 1. I think I said 2, right? 2. We could just do a full hive. Might as well just do a full hive. No reason not to. Oh, I didn't use any more gold on it. I left it tick accelerated, but didn't use the gold. 2. 3. 4. 1 more. 5. Okay. Uru's completely busted. Okay, so we got the 5 that we want. From here, I gotta feed all of them something. I think it's the Blaze Bloom Goo. Means I need 5 of these. Primagel glue goo. Yeah, we're making patterns. I'm not about to do each one of those one by one. Pattern. Pattern. All right. Make me 5 of these. Thank you. So now I gotta drop all these bees out. Transform them. Pick them back up. Okay. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Should have 5 now. That should be what we want. What do they flower off of? Flowering block is blaze gold block. I think I can oblige. I just want 6 of these for now. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll break this one here. Probably alloys are usually better than the original material. Yeah. So needed to have a stream to watch after the last 3 hours. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm here for you. Okay, we're gonna break all those. 22 is more than enough. Throw all that in there. Blaze gold block. Then I need my simulation upgrade. And my... What else we got for protected bees? I don't remember. We have quite enough. Those are speed, speedier. Gammas are fine. The alphas, I think, are the ones I actually really want right now. It looks like I can make 4 of them. I may not need the speed upgrade at all. Well, that'd be nice. Oh no, the alphas are not. Gammas are the ones that have the simulator upgrade as well. I don't know how close are we to any omegas. Not quite, not quite. We're close though. How about now? I thought so. Let's take 3 of those. We'll take 1 more. Hopefully that's not too bad. No, it's not bad at all. All right. 4 game upgrades for this. Which means, theoretically, if I did everything correct, all I should have to do, find a place, put that in there, add my upgrades, add all the bees, and this should just start working. Theoretically. It is. Now let's make sure not having issues here. Now it's just working. It is just working. Blaze gold. Excellent. Okay. So I will need to set up a pattern for turning blaze gold from raw blaze gold, because that's going to be for sure something that will need to happen. That guy right there, and then I go throw this on the furnace. And then we just got to keep going up the tiers, I think, just like that. Wonder what ratio? Alloy. Yeah, I have no clue. But from the testing I have done with Silent Gear in the past, the alloying does make a pretty big difference. Okay. The metal is called Uru. Yeah. I picked that part up. And I've heard some about it, but not a lot. What are the other... Blaze gold at just dire things. Ferrocore, blaze gold, celeste gem. Okay, so ferrocore I probably need to do first. If I can find it. Ferrocore, smelting. Okay, so I should get raw ferrocore from this, from those. That a ferrocore bee, primagel on an iron bee. The only way to get iron is crystalline and ashy mining. Gross. Gross. It's probably NTTS. I need Blaze Gold and Celeste Gem for Time Fluid and Hearts of the Sea. I think I want to do all of them. I don't see any reason not to do all of them. I just think getting iron's going to be a pain. Quartz Nest, because this quartz ore, I just don't think I'm going to be able to find. You know? Well, except you can make it. Besides that, I just don't think it's going to be possible. I'm just going to look for Ferrocore. Ferrocore B. Crystalline's going to be that one. And I just got to grab some quartz. Quartz, got you. And we're going to fly back through here. I think I should just need one of these. I didn't realize you could just craft them either. But it's sick. I'm going to speed that up a little bit. I think I only need a couple. We're going to grab a couple just in case. I don't see myself using more than one, but we'll find out. So it's Ferrocore and then Ashy Mining. Gravel nest, sand nest, dirt nest. Okay. A dirt nest. Wooden sword. That was easy enough. I can only assume that's going to be honey treats. And I thought I had some sort of a nest out here already, but I don't see it. I'm going to throw that down. Go get some honey treats real quick. Honey. Honeycomb, honey treats. Give me some of those. Grabbed them. Hey John, when it comes to Mystical Ag, do you store all products locally to the farm with drawers connect to ME storage buses or pump it straight into ME drives? A little bit of a mixture of both. I pump it directly into drawers, but I actually go through the ME system to do it. So this is connected to an ME interface and everything gets sent straight to there. But all those Mystical Ag essences all have drawers in my functional storage drawer wall thing. At least I think they do. That was the intent. I don't know where they are. Maybe I'm just pumping them straight into item cells. But I wouldn't do it that way. I would put it into a drawer that has a max limit on it and store it there. Okay, crystalline, we got Ashy Mining is next. Grab the 4 bee cages we've got left and hope we get the right one. Well, I probably could have seen that coming. It is nighttime. I do need to add blaze gold to the drawers too. That is a good point. Getting on a bit confused with functional drawers, how to make them all connect and act as one. I can watch some videos on it. Yeah. I actually put one out on how to connect them all and then also connect them to an ME system. All right. If any more of those pop out, they get the axe. That was the one I needed, right? Nope, that was a leaf cutter. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. That was another leaf cutter, wasn't it? Dude. None of these are the right ones. Got leaf cutters, chocolate mining. That one's a leaf cutter. Chocolate mining, and then my crystalline. Okay, so I need more bee cages. Probably should create a pattern for this at this point, but here we are. Once again, not doing what I should be doing. Yeah, no problem at all. Man, I don't even want you. Go away. Ooh, I do want you. Thank you. All right, where's my breeder? Incubator, bottler. indexer. So this guy is going to get ashy mining and a crit. Oh, that's the incubator. I don't have a breeder. How did I make my bees? Gene indexer. Breeder. That thing. Breeding chamber. I don't have a single rose bush. Not a single one. I can get dirt. That's fine. Make me one of those. Okay, and then all I need is a rose bush and I'm good. I kept telling myself I should make a pattern for cages already my whole playthrough and into the pack without making it. That's hilarious. That is funny. Okay. So, guess we just go get roses, which means I'm going to take some dirt with me.
Lex Unam says, remember in doubt buy from market.
Oh, market. Where'd market go? Did we move market? We did pick up the market and move it. All right, we're going to set it down right here. Perfect. Rose. There's no roses. 0 roses. Oh well. All right, give me some dirt. Dirt. And then I probably should also check. Make sure I'm using the right meshes. Flint, iron, gold. It does go all the way up. And I can still get roses. Perfect. Now I did take the magnet upgrade out of this. It's going to go a lot slower. But got all the roses. Alright. Grab all of it. You know, why not? Probably could have just turned my magnet on for that and it would have been way easier. But again, whatever. Do things the hard way. Why not? All right. Anyways, where were we? The baby incubator. The breeding chamber. That guy. Perfect. Gonna run him over here. That's the one with power currently. That power up here at all? Yeah, it does. That'll work just fine for me. There are no speed upgrades. Crystalline, ashy mining. Try again. Try again. One more time. There we go. All right, we'll throw some of those in there, and then I need, what is it, honey treats? Or does it need whatever it breeds off of, which is probably just flowers. We'll grab half a stack there, half a stack here. And I do want 5 of these. That's the plan. Speed. Speedier. Start those real quick. Those ought to help us go a lot faster. And then all the rest of these bees I don't actually want or even need. We're going to put it back. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 iron bees. Put those guys back. And then I need 5 of that first tier. This stuff. Perfect. So then we're going to need to place them down, pick them back up again. For all of those. Oh, they're tiny. I didn't even think about that. We will have to incubate them. For sure. Ferrocore. That should be pretty close. Last one. Okay. Now we're into here. Throw those in there. We're gonna actually steal these upgrades from here. We're gonna put them down here. And then I'm gonna grab a bunch more honey treats. Honey treats, 100 next start. Give me all those. That's fine. Throw those in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 ferrocore bees. Only have 9. That's so annoying. I only had 8, and I needed 9. All right. That below it. And then I'll grab 1 piece of skulk out. We'll get that rocking and rolling. Bingo. Chorus flowers are the easiest flowers to use on this pack because you get them from sieving. That's actually a great point. I did not realize that. Or even think that that really even counted as a flower. But that is good to know. Alright, take all the ferrocore. Run it through here real quick. And then the other thing I want to do is have this recipe saved as a recipe. Because that's what I'm probably going to be using for 90% of this. There we go. If activate, one can place atop it. Okay. So there's that. So, one block of ferrocore. Snag that real quick. Next, we continue to fill these up. So we will head to this one. Throw the ferrocore in there. Then inside of here, I didn't get any upgrade. Upgrades. I think gamma were the ones we are trying to do in all of these. Don't quite have enough for that. Do I have enough for 2? I do. So I can get 2 gammas, and then I don't know if I'm using any alphas at all. It doesn't look like it. Pollen sieve. Use a pollen sieve upgrade from productive library. Valid blocks advanced beehive. Gotcha. My favorite way to get chorus fruit is getting a dragon head as a reward and using create and a fan to crank it on. That's hilarious. You can put them on a hive and time in a bottle, and all 5 will grow fast. That's true. I could do that. Okay. So these are the 2 gamma upgrades that we've got for now. Y'all enjoy that. And I'm going to time on a wanja. Hey John, I'm getting into ADM10 TTS now for the first time. Also done uraninite reactors due to the recommendation from one of the videos. But I'm lacking coal all the time. Any way to solve that? So I was lacking coal quite a bit until I got the Geors set up. The Geors helped with that some, but they're also... One of these sieves gives you a ton of coal. But I do not remember which one it is. But whatever sieve thing, I think it's the Blackstone one. Whatever sieving operation gives you coal, just focus on that a lot. I did do a wither skeleton farm as well. Yeah, gravel I think is the one that does give you the coal. Which... This one? So it's the first one. So I would recommend doing that. Ever since I started with that, I haven't had issues. He says as I think most of that part is done with coal. Let me see. Yeah, no, I've got 110k. I've got the systems are fairly slow draining all my power. I have Geor farm for coal, but I don't know how to turn coal into coal. The reactor doesn't take it. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. So what mine does is it just takes the coal from this sieving operation, turns it into blocks, and then pushes out to the reactors automatically. But I am, like they said, also getting coal from... There's witch water in front there. And so there's some coal going into here as well. But that, I mean, there's no huge magic secret for how to do it, though. It's, you sort of just got to do it one of those ways and then get it efficient enough where it'll actually, like, keep up with everything you're doing. Okay, let me make sure. Are we getting ferrocore in? Yeah, we're getting a ton of it. Excellent. In that case, let's do this. Ferrocore and blaze gold. We're going to put these on the wall. I'll be looking into a lot of these
Lex Unam
suggestions.
says, remember
And make it
chat,
work, yeah.
you can join to Discord and ask questions. The mod masters may know the answer, until we meet again.
This is true. I think it's still just pulling out of there, but I think most of it's in there. This should basically just cycle everything out of my ME system and put it in there instead. 440, yeah, okay, cool. Cool, now I want the TTS to have that voice. That'd be hilarious. Okay, we got the first two, so is Celestium next? Looks like you lagged a bit there. Oh. Everything looks fine. I might have, though. You never know. It doesn't look cloudy outside, though.
Cool.
No problem. Okay. Celestium. Bees. You. I assume I'm feeding something to a diamond bee. Diamond bee, void shimmer. So I gotta get diamond bees next. So ender bee, lapis bee, that's gonna be. Alright. Ender bee and lapis bee. So lapis bee. Blue banded and redstone. Redstone is chocolate mining and glowing. Glowing I can do. Glowing. How hard is this one? Blue banded. Dark oak nest. I can do that. Make a few extra diamond ancient bees for the ATM Orbeez. That's fair. I should. Well, the other thing I can do is just leave all the ones I'm using to craft them into the inventory. That way I don't have to go back and re-get them, you know? The redstone bee we said was glowing and chocolate mining, glowing nest. You, that, this. I assume that's going to be glowstone to feed it and is going to be in the nether. I think I'm just getting one glowing bee, though. I don't expect to get multiple. I will make extras of the diamond bees, though, because I agree. That makes a lot of sense. Hello, thank you. So I should be able to make the redstone bee now. That should be very easy, in fact. The breeders over there. All the speed upgrades for it are down here, though. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's come up here. We're gonna grab one of those. Then I'm gonna see about making 4 of these. So that way I don't have to worry about it. And then inside of here, chocolate mining and glowing. Which should give me the redstone bee I need. Oh, I gotta throw those in. Okay, got that one. So I've got the redstone. It was... Diamond bee is what we're actually looking to make here. What? Hey. Nobody asked you. Diamond bee. Ender bee is easy. I think it's a lapis bee. So I need the blue banded bee, which is going to be a dark oak nest. Perfect. Okay, dark oak logs. We'll create a couple of those real quick. Dark oak nest. This is probably the most I've ever used wooden swords at all ever. And then that's going to be honey treats and a time wand, and I've got 3 cages, so hopefully this goes well. You might have some of the blue. Oh, that's... Hey, we got a blue banded. It's just nighttime. We'll sleep. Discord is having a bad day, isn't it? I have no idea. Blue banded. Excellent. So redstone and blue banded should give me lapis. But I don't think I was going to get me an FBIB. Just about did it. Throw that one in there. He grows up. Then redstone, blue banded. Give me the lapis. So I need an ender bee now, which should be easy just to find. Theoretically, right? Why does gems dropped diamond spikes as a player kill? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's interesting. So any just like handy ender bees just hanging around? It'd be so cool if there were. And next. Iron sword. Endstone. Have any endstone? Okay, now I've got endstone. End nest. Now, what do I feed this thing? An ender bee. You. Pop chorus fruit. Hey, how do you get the gassed syringe? I don't remember exactly how you do it, but there's just a syringe you get, and then you go up and right click a ghast a bunch of times with it. That's what I would recommend doing. Anyone know what level I can find diamonds in the mining dimension? My research says 0 to 64, but I ain't finding anything at all. You'll find them in really big chunks, and they are in that stone to deep slate section towards the bottom. What was I looking for? Chorus fruit. Popped chorus fruit. There we go. Do that. Get that all the way up and rolling. Get that going. Grab me my last bee cage. Where that guy is not the right one. Oh, it is an ender bee. Sweet. Okay, so we should be able to then get the ender bee. And the lapis bee. We're going to create a whole bunch of diamond bees. Pick you out and you out. Lapis bee is still a child. So let's go fix that before we get in trouble. Honey. Treats. Start that up. You can spawn gas by throwing squids on witch water. Ooh, interesting. Oh, how do you find a gas? They do spawn, but I would recommend doing what Tortson said. It's going to be a lot easier. All right, there's our lapis bee. The other one is already in there. So then the question is, it flowers to do that? It is. All right, bee cages. We're going to go ahead and do this, actually. Get one step ahead here and actually make the pattern for bee cages. Throw it back in there and create like 100 of them. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I want 5 at least for this first thing. How many extras do you think I should make? We're gonna go with 3. We're gonna go with 3. 4, 5. Let's go with 5. That ought to be enough, right? And then I've got all the diamond bees, but they are all still juveniles. So I probably do want to grow them all up prior to transforming them, just because it's going to make it a little easier to do that. 3, 4, so close. You will need 1 ancient bee spawn egg per ATM or bee, so that's a lot. That's true. That is true. That is a lot. But at least I've got all the bees and can, if I need to, make more. More honey treats, but just a little bit more. Throw them in there. Should be the last one. Okay, so then just dire things. We are on the Void Shimmer goo. I need quite a bit of it. I'm gonna need to go get some endstone for sure. But before I get too far ahead of myself, let's go ahead and make a pattern for this. We're gonna toss it back in here and it'll tell me everything I need. You, 5 of them. Nope. That one. I need 10 Dragon's Breath, 10 endstone. Dragon's Breath, I should just be able to snag. Yoink. Dragon's Breath. Endstone, I should already have 2, right? Kind of. We're certainly making it. Okay, that's not what I intended to do. That's gonna probably cause an issue. No, it actually didn't. And I have no clue where that axe went. Where is it all going? There's no way it's all fitting in here, right? That's actually wild. But that's all the endstone I needed. Did it clog up? That's what it did. Got it. That works for me. So I probably went right back in there. Maybe not. Sweet. Okay. So I should have these guys now. Which means go ahead and grab a block of Celeste Gem. So we can do that. And then I will need 5 more bee cages to catch them all again. Cage. Grab some of those. Put them there. You. I like how there's a pause before their AI kicks in. So they don't actually start doing anything. That is incredibly convenient. You'll need 1 per spin. What's your favorite niche mechanic in all the mods? 10 niche mechanic. I don't know if I have a good answer to that question. I'm trying to think in my head like what would be considered niche. I don't know. I really don't know what a good answer to that question would be, man. And that's probably pretty lame. Niche mechanic. Maybe that, at least in normal all the mods 10, you can shortcut that not many people know about, the R's ritual to find the ancient city. I don't know if that's necessarily niche per se, but it certainly does help a lot. Yeah, exactly. So kind of running out of upgrades here. I assume I can't do 4 of these. No, but I'm close actually. What if we just made it where I could? So we do that. No! We through the door. We do this. And we do that. On at least a couple of them. That should make it a lot easier. Perfect. So now we can get 4 of those. SFM disenchant with anvils. Ooh, yeah, Oblivion block disenchanting is really good. That's fair. That's fair. I'm still trying to figure out how to get Crimson Iron into the sky. I haven't actually looked at it at all yet. I haven't looked at any of the Silent Gear stuff. And at some point I'm going to have to. Maybe switch one of the Gamma upgrades for a block upgrade on the Draconic Breed. That's a fair point. Honestly, I think what I need to do is just add 1 Omega upgrade in there for each of the hives. But I think if I sped it up, I actually could do. Because like a single Omega upgrade is expensive, but not as expensive as all 4. And I don't really need all 4. Just going to speed all of them up a little bit. And then come back through, finish it all off. That should be staying empty. Okay, so we got these. Can I get 2 of those? We're halfway to 2 of those. Which means if I spent like 2 more minutes time wanding these, making sure the SFM manager is time wanded. I really want to make some kind of system that unpacks backpack from mob farms like shulkers and then disposes them. I guarantee you could filter that out with a backpack and some pipes. It probably wouldn't even be that bad. Okay, 2 Omega upgrades. 450, 400. We're getting there. Just for the salvager, then apotheosis is better. I agree. The apotheosis salvager is pretty good. But I have that one, but I won't do normal non-apothic. That makes sense too. How close did we get? 224. I don't have a lot of time fluid left in here, but I'll use what I can. 16. Oh, give me that back. Oh, there goes my time fluid. It's all gone now. 2. 173 away. Yo, what's up, Cook Lamb? How's it going? I have a perfect filter system in my other world. Couldn't come up with some deploy destroyer for the backpack. Dumpster to respond to pistons. Got you. How's it going? How are you? We're just gonna ignore that you called me that. 1.5 hours left at work. Oof, that's rough, dude. I'm not gonna lie, work was dragging today. So I'm at 65. We're just gonna use time on a bottle. I just need like a couple more. We're at 256, all those things again. Just to make sure that we're getting it all. It'll all stay in here, and then these can go at their own rate. I don't care. Same here, yeah. I just completed mechanism fission reactor. Let's go. Nice. That's awesome, dude. It certainly is something I'm going to have to do eventually, but it's not something I've done yet. So I'm just looking for 2 of these. Okay, cool. So 2 of those Omega upgrades ought to do exactly what we want. I've got the Gamma upgrades for the Celeste Gem one. We put here. So let's toss those guys in there. Not the MTB cages. We want all of those. And then make sure it's working. It is. Beautiful. Now let's grab... Oh, they're still not done. That's fair enough. Make sure this guy's running fast enough to keep up with those extra combs I just put in. It is. Did lightning fall on those trees? One burnt. I have no clue. It might have. Oh, goodness. It must have. I didn't even notice that. That's crazy. By the way, which island did you pick? We went with the default island. The default island, we're here now. Yeah, I didn't even know that. That's crazy, dude. It really set on fire. Yeah. Let's grab a couple oak saplings real quick and repair what we lost here. Did have an axe. Take that real quick. Yeah, they're framed blocks. The ones by the door are framed blocks, and then it's just green concrete. For some of it, it's green concrete. For the rest of it, it is dirt blocks, grass blocks. Okay, is that all the impacted trees? Probably. Why can't I ulti-mine ash? That is dumb. I'll say it. You can't let me clean up my mess. It's gonna make me actually repair it all like this. Yeah, it must have been quite a lightning strike. Throw one there, one there. Couple behind. That ought to be just fine. Okay, throw it in there. Do fire tick false. Ooh, that's actually really smart. I would turn off.
Unam says,
all the
game
fire.
rule do fire tick false.
Well, the other thing is I could just come in here and, you know, actually claim the land I'm using. I'm gonna want bees to go constantly anyways. Well, we could do that. Just make a lightning rod. That's true. That's true. I could. To the sky. Yeah, we're playing to the sky. A leaf blower, a vacuum mod for ash. That would be sick. That would be really cool. Okay. Make sure all those are in there. Yeah, we're still keeping up with everything just fine. I'm not sure why that Celeste gem's just sitting there, but it did get pulled out eventually. Those Celeste gems are now automated. We will go throw these up on the wall. And say anything. The goal is to make more turbines. That's wild. Put that there. I should put all of them in there because I can.
Lex Unam says, the irony of John having chunk loaded, and in the server I'm scratching loaded chunks BCS. I need a ton of automation.
I did dramatically increase the amount of chunks I can load. Purely because I wanted to. Are those Omega upgrades are still going? Oh, it froze. Oh no, one of the patterns is bad. Or just decided to stop. It might have been just that as well. Now I'll just let that keep running. Okay. Yeah, we're going to scale it up slowly. I'm going to turbine might become a nuclear facility. Extreme reactors and extreme reactor turbines. Those are pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Lex has been trying to get me to make them for a long time. And instead, I decided to build a wall out of nitro power reactors. I know. It's rebellion. That's really what it is. Through and through. All right. Let's grab some bone meal real quick. Because I actually want to go fix up my island because it was looking beautiful prior to me messing it up. So let's get some grass down, make sure the trees grow, and then also make sure none of them are too high like that. Okay.
Lex Unam says, also when doing extreme, get extreme bees. It will help you a ton with the automation.
Yeah, the bees are actually incredibly helpful. Plus, it helps you get all of those like exact resources just off the rip, which is very nice. All right, one last tree here. Make sure we get all the grass growing like it was before. Much better. Much, much, much better. Okay, Omega upgrades are done. Which means I should be able to add those to the draconic things and start getting big boys out instead of just the small little guys. Okay. In that case, I could probably swap one of those out with that. Put both those back. Can I make two more? No, not yet. But if I speed these two up, we'll be getting a lot more blocks now. A ton more blocks. Probably should speed this up too. Yep, speeding that up was a good plan. But it is processing through those pretty quick, even with just these two. So that should be a lot more draconic chunks. Oh, I'm missing honey, yes. Very interesting. Well, we can wait on that. In the meantime, what if we looked at getting the last Just Dire things be? Oh, is there a mod that utilized the power of lightning itself? I don't know, but that would be sick. Like where you could like capture lightning electricity and store it in some sort of battery. just in case you needed one. That's a lot of barrels. So let's do... Oh... What's that? Like Eclipse B? The Eclipse Alloy B. B conversion. That's Ancient B,
Lex
Shadow
Unam
Pulse.
says,
That's easy.
change the code from 4 to 64 in order to make the sentry faster.
Yes, we'll do. All right, we also are putting something up there. Give me grass dirt. Problem is my step up thing. So if I do that, it won't do it anymore. All right, SFM code, edit, blah, 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 20 ticks. Retain 4 to each centrifuge, that part. 64. Done. Shift enter. And so that should keep 64 in here instead of 4. Except we are not making enough yet. Let's go see. See what that does. Let me in. Just let me in. 64. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that'll work a lot better. So, I need ancient bees. How do we get the ancient bees? Ancient bee. That is block of netherite on a diamond bee. So, how many extras of these did you say I was going to need? Gonna start that up real quick. Grab myself some blocks of netherite. Then we're gonna grab some bee cages. Got them. And then I need the lapis. Already made 5 extra diamonds. We're just gonna go grow these real quick. I'm thinking about doing a full set of each of them, but I'm also not necessarily thinking about doing that right now. So I'm not sure. For now, I'm just going to turn these 5 diamonds into ancient bees and then straight into the other ones real quick. Just for now. Okay. There's those ancient, or these are still diamond bees. Do I want to try to do both switches at the same time? You know what? I could probably drop them all off in here. And then... Oh, just dire things. I need the Shadow Pulse goo. And I need to pattern encode it. And then I need 5 of them if I can. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough. Instone is the only thing I'm missing. Try that again
Lex
real quick.
Unam says, I did a ton, and I mean a ton, of cable management. Removed useless stuff, aka the ones that were not working right. So
Nice.
I'm gonna make them later work.
Heck yeah. I love it. Okay. So those 5 and those 5. Okay. Netherite. Netherite. One more. Okay. I love how it doesn't really, like, structurally change the bee at all. It makes him really, really fat. Okay, where's the last one at? There he is. Thought you were getting away, didn't you? 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Eclipse alloy bees. We got them.
Lex Unam says, at this point I feel like I'm playing in solo BCS. Nobody else fro the team is online.
That's fair. That's fair. I got on a little bit, maybe 2 days ago. But I'll tell you what, it has been a long time since I have genuinely enjoyed like building in a world as much as I have the last couple days in this one. Like I've had so much fun just like actually designing random things. You know, like the reason you get into Minecraft in the first place, to like express your creativity. It had been a while since I felt like I'd actually done that until we started getting into these last couple builds. And honestly, I've been really enjoying them. Like straight up, this is a lot of fun. Okay. Last one.
Lex Unam says, BCS there's no one breaking your stuff.
Great. Part of it is that, yeah. Part of it is that. Because that was getting a wee bit frustrating. Gamma upgrades were the ones I was going to make as secondaries. There they are. Make 3 of those. Oh, still short a little bit of honey essence. How long does that take to come in? 131. 130. Oh, that's slow. That's mighty slow. Did it eventually fill out all of the dry ice? It should have been close. We're still not storing it, which should mean the last ones I put in were like these. No, these still have like 15 in them that I started them with. 21. 63. So it's almost there. It's like 10 behind. You should check out the little tiles mod. It makes building it much better. I might have to do that. You know what really annoys me when I'm trying to modify something and remove something from a modifier and I keep hitting invisible vengeance spirits? I just wear the glasses, then you can see them. Problem solved. No, that is really annoying though. Like straight up. I agree. Okay, can I make 3 of these? So we'll start with 3 of the betas. And then as soon as those are done, we're just going to try to make the gammas again. But that should help with some of the time. 80 essence, 80. We're like right there. But what I can do in the meantime, the 1 omega upgrade in, and then dump all 5 Bs. So those will actually start making all of it. So that should be all the just dire things. B's automated, right? Fully automated. Yo, what's up, Pastor Mike? How are you? How are you doing, man? I like building with our tools builder and then exchanging the stuff with an exchanging gadget. That makes sense. That makes sense. You can make some pretty unique shape builds with that mod. I'm in love with it. Yeah. I'll have to look at it. I've really liked all the frame blocks because I've been messing around with those quite a bit. Your brother yourself, man, I'm doing really well. It has been a good day. It was a long day at work, but we survived. And now we're playing Minecraft, which means there's really nothing you can complain about. So we're doing really well. Let's see, beta upgrades or gamma, whatever. 43 essence. We're getting really close. It's so much better than frame blocks, really. Yeah, it is good. How's your day been? All right, so we've got. I'm just gonna leave those in there. Where's the honey essence at? It's over here. Should I make a secondary seed? Or just keep this thing growing? Edge on any restriction on playing? No, go for it. There is no restrictions on that whatsoever. It is there for beta testing right now, so that people, if they want to, they can get in there. And then if there are any issues, you can report them and let us know. The plan is to let it go for a little bit while I'm still playing through all the mods 10 and all the mods 10 to the sky, and then use that as like one of the ones we can move on to. Because I think it'd be a lot of fun. Safe to stream and record it? Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. Keep in mind, probably will be changes in the future, but there is no restrictions on that whatsoever. I say go for it. Is there any benefit using the crystal resonance generator over any other source of power? Hey, it's kind of made for that, for those growth accelerators, but there's not really a benefit other than the fact you don't have to plug it into anything else. That's really about it. Parent teacher conference. My daughter's teacher out of the group. Oh, lovely. That sounds like a fun day. That sounds like a really fun day, Pastor Mike. Be careful of the stuff or all the John's team could attack them. Now I'm trying as hard as I can to make it not that Lex, just so you know. Tortzen just saved me a lot of time. Heck yeah, Tortzen does that for me on the daily. I'm gonna put 3 of these in the Eclipse Alloy one. And then we should have all of those fully automated now. Isn't it so cool that they're just like around the grove? This is so much better than anything else I've done before as far as bees go. And I'm using SFM for it so I don't get yelled at. That's also cool, you know? Otherwise, I'd just be the whole time, it'd be like, oh yeah, SFM's better. SFM's better. I'm like, I know. Okay, so I really should let those go for a little bit. I don't know how many of these. Can I make 2 more? No, I almost can though. It's like right there. Okay, give me that back. What's pack name? The one I'm playing right now is all the mods tend to the sky. SFM got into John's head. Yeah, you guys did. You got into my head for sure. Now you need to use the Ender IO stuff. I don't know if I could do that.
You don't get yell. We're not bad parents. We just sassy you in the right direction.
You do. You do. You do sassy me in the right direction. I really like how it's not just a room. That's cool too. But bees around the grove is great. Yeah, I agree. I was thinking, and I'm still thinking about designing this as sort of like a Hobbit home, but like keeping the bee stuff in here so that it's like serves a utility as well. Strongly considering that. I'm shooting for 2 more of these. We need so much more honey essence. So in that case, I think instead what we're going to do is try and tear down most of what's here. Because I don't think any of it is actually still needed except the breeding chamber, which I'm probably just going to pull the stuff out of real quick. Because we're not using any of this here, or these, or any of these. You kind of want to fill that hole in though. Small cobblestone bricks. Small cobblestone bricks. Perfect. That's going to be so annoying when I go to break these, but whatever. And we'll grab those. More there. So I should just be able to break everything now. I think I'm going to leave some of this stuff here. Like I can put that there and then attach this to the side of it and still use that for the breeding chamber, and that's fine. I'm more interested about getting this whole thing torn down then. That's part of what I'm trying to do, is get everything cleaned up and organized to the point where I can start tearing some stuff down that's like suboptimal. Like the horrible beehive that's here. One of the many things that will be torn down. Oh, I do have my own pack. Yes, I'm sorry. It's called the John Hall Community Mod Pack. Search John Hall, all the same word, on Curse Forge, and you'll find it. It's a project that we kind of sneak peek released last week, and we are actively working on getting it upgraded. It's supposed to be a kitchen sink pack. However, we're trying to allow you to have more of the freedom to utilize the intra mod compatibilities, where like you can use different mods for different things, without it all being completely nerfed into the ground where you can't do anything. That's the goal. Middle works to grab stuff from your system. Gotcha. I think that's this whole thing cleaned up. So then I will probably want these in the future, so we're going to throw this back in there. This is one of the biggest things I cannot wait to tear down and move somewhere. It's high on the list to get moved over here. I just haven't done it yet. But I'm thinking we're going to put it right in here and just have each one of those have its own little thing on this line right here. We'll see. That's the plan though. Does that mean no more power nerfs? Probably. Probably. I don't know exactly what all PT's done with it. There are some things like the creative items. We will have to change the crafting patterns for those just because they're too easy to get on a lot of the mods. but the goal is to not nerf as much as the intermod compatibility stuff, like using clickers and non-player watering and non-player clicking and all of that stuff. We're trying not to change much of that. That's the goal. I don't need that. Or the speedier. The reactor's the only thing's not nerfed. Gotcha. Oh, does this guy actually have... I think he does. I think that's an actual chicken. Huh. Fascinating. Thermals are buffed, I think. Gotcha. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got a lot of that done. I also will want to move a lot of this other stuff over at some point. Or snag all those real quick. The goal here to do that. That way it'll keep crafting stuff. That was not at all what we wanted it to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we take the rest of these out. We do the same thing with those. There we go. So far, this has gotten me a ton of stuff, which is why I'm able to get all of those Omega upgrades in the first place. Take all those. Give me some ones. Just swap in and out with the random stuff that's coming in. On there. Okay. Perfect. Nice and cleaned out. What I was saying is that at some point, I'm going to need to move all of, if not most of this stuff over to the industrial building I'm making. I just don't know exactly when and how I want to do that. TTS is nerfed. Base power is very low. ATM buffed it on beta, I think, except for reactors. That makes sense. I think TTS default values, I think they are as well, or at least it seems like it's pretty close. To whatever the default values are. I also am going to need a row from mechanism in there. However, I don't think any of these guys are super necessary anymore. I think even the magnetic generators are kind of been phased out. I know these definitely don't need to be here anymore. That's not what I wanted to do. Is that laid stone bricks? Oh, we're going to take it all down anyways. It doesn't matter. Laid stone. Let's take this. Merry Christmas. I still haven't quite figured out exactly what I want to do for my ME2 or AE2 stuff, my ME system. It's going to need to go somewhere, but like everything else, I kind of want it to be thematic. I just don't know what it's going to take to make that happen. Oh, these aren't going anywhere. Didn't even think about that. I could get controller access point and throw it over here for now. Controller. Very close. Controller. Access point. Make one of those. And that. Once I also grab a linking tool.
Lex Unam says, create a jumbo cactus, and I dare you get my desync for the controller.
Is it going up here? I don't know where that's headed. I have no clue what this one runs to. I also don't want to break all of them. I'm just going to set this there. And then hopefully that's pulling everything out of the bottom. It is. All right, so that should keep all that stuff actually working through. Good. Create a jumbo cactus, and I dare you a design for the controller. I don't mind doing that. I just don't know if that's necessarily the best. Yo, what's up, Jonesy? How's it going? I think it's easy for Nautilus shells. I probably could do that too. It probably is easier to deal with hostile neural networks. Make a big controller just like you did with the chest. Ooh. That could be kind of cool. The only problem is I don't know exactly how to do that. Like how it would look. Because you know, because you want it to be like all your stuff be on the inside of it, just like that one, but I don't know how that would look. It's not a bad idea though. What's up? Thank you for the ATM 10 guides, by the way. Really helpful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, here's what we're doing. I don't think I could do an actual controller for it. Let's start moving some of the mechanism stuff first. Because I think that's probably going to be the easiest.
Mirror weave blocks from ours in a timer to make it change colors. Would look sick.
I could. You're not wrong. The disillusion chamber we want to bring with us for sure. I kind of want all of these hooked up to... Okay, somebody run me through how do I get FE into my ME system? That was the one for the bees. I'm not worried about that. This will be cleaned up eventually. Time crystal automation's fine, whatever. These are the things I think I'd like to move the most. An MEFE storage cell. MEFE storage. Should I just go for the big boy? Oh, what is that? Insulating resin. Whoa. I'm assuming I should probably make patterns for most of these things. No need for the big boy? Okay, so which one do I go for? Applied flux. 4 to 16 mil would be just fine. Okay. We go for the slightly bigger one, right? Okay, so there's that. This is gonna be this, and then that. It's just gonna be this, but I've got all those things already, so I'm not worried about them. So then this is the only thing I need to do. That's fine. 16, also fine. That one's fine. I do need to go back and get diamond dust. I do know that. And then whatever that processor is at the top, I'll need to get that as well. Ooh, special crystals. Redstone crystals. So that is a reaction chamber. So let's go ahead and put that in the reaction chamber 1. Not. Right, reaction chamber. This is a furnace. The rest of them are all just normal ones. Whee! Okay. So now, theoretically, I don't think this will actually work, but it should tell us what we're missing. Flux crystal, flux dust, emerald dust. I should be able to craft all of those. Shouldn't those already be on like a request or two? Okay, so I just need to be requesting more. So in that case, crystals, we do 6,000. And this, we also do 1,000. Hopefully that works. All right, so with that out of the way, I know I need emerald dust, diamond dust. Both those we can do mechanism. And then the energy processor, I'll have to figure out how to make as well. So let's do those two first. Dust. I need... diamond and emerald were the two. I just don't know if this is exactly the same. If I just did one with a crusher, because I think that'll actually be easier. Crusher. Yeah, that's the pattern I want. Close out of that. Diamond dust. Next page. There it is. All right. One of these is a crusher, right? Enrichment, metallurgic, infuser. I don't have a crusher? I do have a crusher. It's back over here. That's it. All right. Diamond dust. So then I need emerald dust. Yo, what's up? Hello from Brazil. That's a long ways away. Let it run for a little bit and then turn off the point. 256 mil holds. That's a lot of FE. That's actually a lot. John, how to spawn Warden and our options to make enchants high. Enchants are capped at like level 5, I think, and there's basically no way to get around that. Kind of annoying, but it is the way it is. And then there is a gateway, I believe, that spawns the Warden. No, it's not a gateway. Is it? What is it? What is that? For Warden, look into your quest, look etc. Take priority for power draw. There is the Skulk Core on a Shrieker for Wardens. Yeah, that's what you do.
Lex Unam says, but Magic Island.
Skulk Core. That guy. Add that guy. I have an idea. Use Shrieker spawn in a Warden. Skulk. Yeah, this is what you gotta do. What Tortzen said. Skulk Core, use a Skulk Core on a Shrieker and it'll spawn a ward. After like 3 times. Or to like activate it where it can spawn them. Okay, so now Emerald Tiny Dust. Emerald Dust, that's what we want. Crusher for of course I'm still not on pattern encoding. Emerald Dust. Crusher mechanism. Add that as a pattern. Put it right here. Now let's look at the FE cell. FE cell. One of these. Still need flux dust. We're working on that. Energy processor. I gotta figure those out. Energy processor. These guys. Crystal assembler. Pattern encoding. That guy. Redstone's fine. That's not going to be right. This and a circuit slicer. That's what we actually want. Okay. So then I just need a couple more patterns. That's one of them. So that's going to be circuit slicer. That's going to be crystal assembler. And then reaction chamber. Charged. Do those have to be charged? Okay, so that's how you make charged in a reaction chamber. That's circuit slicer. This will go here. And then to make normal ones, I think I've already got that pattern in there. Maybe. Yeah. So that's the normal ones. That and that is not there. That is here. This is here. And this is down here. I think I got all the right. Did I mess any of that up? Is a version much nerf high enchant? Seen a video making XP farm with the enchant are removed this version. Yeah, so you can still get a ton of XP, but really all your strength's going to come from apotheosis instead of actual enchants, because most of the enchants are capped at a pretty low number. All right, one of these using sand and flux dust still. Oh, I really should upgrade that or speed it up at least. So I am missing 3,000. I'm also missing a bunch of sand. So there should be a ton of sand in here. No, that's just 64 because that's dust, which means this is the sand. Which means, oh, it's linked. I think it's full, isn't it? So what I should do is do this, and then this. Like, oh, but it's just going to put it right back in here, isn't it? It is. Okay. Theoretically, it shouldn't take too much sand, though, because we had the right amount earlier. Actually, let's just do this. We're Great. I can just grab literally any upgrade for functional storage and throw it on that drawer and be fine. And then eventually we're going to move all of this so I don't have to deal with this anymore. This guy here. Oh, can you not tick accelerate those? Oh, that's so unfortunate. I really wish you could. That would be so much cooler. Let's see. The automated portable bag. I don't think the requester has enough flux dust to make it. It's missing some flux dust, but that is being created as we speak. So it's got the flux crystals in there, and it's turning a bunch of it into flux dust to make more flux crystals, I think, because it's trying to get up to the numbers I set in here, which would be about 6,000 of each of them. But the only thing that's doing anything there is that. But it should be pretty close. Basically, it's just continuing to make more crystals from the flux dust over and over again until it's done enough. Which is taking a little while to get there. But it looks like it's getting close. I think I set it to 6,000. Which means we should be about done with the crystals, and the flux dust should actually start filling up the way it's supposed to. And then once we're at that point, we can actually go in and craft the thing. It would be the FE cell. So I am missing sand, and I am missing flux dust. Both of those things. Let's do this. We're gonna steal sand. And then add sand back into here. Okay. How's that? So now we are just down flux dust. Means it should just be this thing that we're waiting on. We're getting close. It's not even worth to make since I can still use my time wand. Yeah, I agree. Time wand is supreme. I don't really care about those at all. Might throw them out. We'll see. Still 3,100 dust we're waiting on. But it is slowly building up. It's getting there. Because, like, we're almost at 1,000 there. I made the 16, and I've been letting it AFK and build, and I still only have 3.5 here. Really? That's crazy. That is wild. So this is overkill. Is that fair to say? Because that's kind of what I was going for. I don't want to ever have to make one again, right? Oh, is that all my time? Have I used up all my time? Oh no. Oh no. I really should be looking at automating time fluid, but I have not yet. Most definitely overkill. Loving this unobtainium sword against Twilight bosses. Nice. I bet you're owning them. FE. 2,500 left. Let me just do this. We're gonna grab some time crystals, some polymorphic catalysts. Come over here, grab the time fluid that's there, toss those, fill all the way up, feed this all the way up, and continue to put a whole bunch of fluix crystals through. Gotta help it speed up a little bit.
Lex Unam says, okay, is tied to SAS John, do the automation of the time fluid plus the ingots plus everything else, SAS energy plus ultra.
Yeah. I do need to do those things. You're very correct. 4,000 dust there. So it's gonna keep making all that. I don't have enough to pick up that. Okay, keep this thing accelerated because it'll need to keep going. But throw those two. I think I'm close now. 1,200 more Fluix dust. That ought to do it. All right, that is sped up all the way. Perfect. So now, unless I use too many of the crystals, oh, still 400 dust short? How are we still 400 dust short? All right, how about now? Yeah, okay, we're getting the FE cell going. The reason I wanted to do that is because ideally I would like to be able to run power through my ME system to all of the mechanism, all the machines I'm going to create and put in that building right there. I would like to just be able to run all the power through the ME system. That would be like the most ideal situation. Whether or not that's even realistically possible, we'll find out. But it should be possible. Did you try the OP Geor setup with the new accelerators? About 70K. Yeah, we actually had to turn it off because we're going too fast with it. But with the way I have it set up, I can just flick these levers and it'll just like instantly start going again. But yeah, we have tried that. Yes. And then all of it automatically goes to this chest here where it's sorted and organized for me as well. Quite convenient. Okay, what is anything here need to be sped up at all? Or are we just gonna be waiting on this guy most likely? Make sure I'm not waiting on anybody. Probably glass too. How's that looking? Ooh, a lot better. Big Jim's farm is wild. 25 minutes. I saw that, dude. Big Jim's farm is actually crazy. It is incredibly impressive. And I know I've said it before, but some of the creators like him and Bucket Street and a few of the others, they put a ton of effort into their videos and they're very good. If you're planning on going for the Starry Bead, definitely leave iron and gold running. Okay. Do you need like a ton of them or something? Like a ton? I just leave them on. It doesn't really matter or change anything for me. It's just going to keep throwing stuff in here that'll get processed and sent out exactly where I want it to go anyways.
Lex Unam says,
missing anything
the
else
issue
now?
with having Fae on system is certain machines will eat the power, like Mecha, and Slash or SBS will eat it fast and also the output will be slow.
Yeah, and in some of those cases, like the SPS, we're definitely still going to be using the Flux network for that. Just because you're going to want an unlimited output, right? But for some of the smaller things, like some of the mechanism machines and a few of the others, as long as I'm not going overboard with it, I don't think it'll be that bad. A mod I wish was more up to date is the mice mod by the creators of Ice and Fire. It's really fun automation. That sounds cool. 18 5x compressed blocks. That's crazy. That's so much. Okay, how are we looking here? Oh, we just got to start on some of those because that other one was running. Is there anything else that I could speed up? I mean, this is doing something. That's just doing more crystals. That's not for the craft, but we can speed it up to help it finish. No, that's going plenty fast. It's just going to take a little bit to get through everything, I think. You get to catch mice and give them tasks, even fly biplanes and fight dragons. The chief rat can make a conflict.
Lex Unam says, is
that's
not
wild.
A joke. The mecha system that John did, it was getting freeze BCS, not enough output on the Fae, but now is working right.
Nice. Did you just change the power source or what? Because if I need to do a different power source for even just that level of mechanism, I can do that too. That was the first time I've ever used those induction cards, and apparently I used it for the wrong thing. Is that what we're getting to here? All right, well, that's going to take a while. I want to do that before I move any of this over. We got a ton of the bee stuff done. I am being called for dinner, so it is time for me to go I'm going to get some food. For normal mechanism machines, it should be fine. That kind of mod would deprecate 18. Some of the mod packs still have it, just broken. That makes sense. I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm starving. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm having a blast. I'm really liking this whole move to a more thematic build kind of thing. And yeah, we're going to continue doing this probably tomorrow. And we'll keep on going. The goal is to eventually get everything from over here into its own island that actually makes sense for it to be there. But who knows how long that'll take. Certainly a little while.
Lex Unam says, you will know the answer if you played the server on stream. JK, it was just the energy output. It needed mecha energy cables.
Gotcha, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. The chest it's actually looking pretty cool. But thank you all so much. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.